Power, the silent force that shapes your life. If there's one thing that quietly shapes everything around us, it's power. But power isn't just about positions or money. Real power is something more personal. It's about staying composed under pressure, thinking ahead, and being able to influence others without even saying much. Most people unknowingly become players in the game of power, but a rare few, they understand the game, and they shape it. That's what The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene is all about. This isn't just a book, it's a toolkit. Each law in it is a sharp, strategic principle that can help you move smarter, live wiser, and navigate complex situations more gracefully. So, the real question is, are you ready to understand how the game is played? Law 1. Never outshine the master. This is one of the most common and most ignored laws of power. It's simple, but powerful. Never make your boss or superior feel like you're better than them, even if you are. If your talent or intelligence makes someone above you feel threatened, they might see you as a risk. And when people feel insecure, they often push others down, not because of anything you did wrong, but simply because they want to protect their own position. The smart move? Let them shine. Hold back, just enough to make them feel secure and respected. That doesn't mean hiding your abilities. It means using them wisely. Real power is when you know how to lead, even from behind the scenes. Law 2. Conceal your intentions. Here's another powerful principle. Never reveal your plans too soon. When people know exactly what you're thinking, they might try to block you, outsmart you, or steal your ideas. But when you keep your goals private, you stay ahead. You become unpredictable, and that makes you powerful. So, be open in your behavior, but intentional with your words. Don't overshare your strategy. Stay calm, stay kind, and let your actions speak louder than your intentions. That's how you protect your vision. These are just 2 of the 48 laws, and each one offers a new way to see the world, understand people, and use your mind strategically. Power doesn't have to be loud. In fact, the quietest kind often goes the farthest. Are you ready to stop playing the game and start learning how it really works? Law 3. Always be necessary to others. If you need help, support, or a favor from someone, first, let them know how much you matter to them. As long as people think you're useful, they'll stick around and support you. But once they feel they don't need you anymore, they'll move on. Simple as that. So, always keep your value up. Use your skills, your knowledge, or your network to make yourself someone people really want around. Those who stay necessary to others are the ones who really make it. Law 4. Maintain your importance. If you're always there for everyone, people might start taking you for granted. So, keep some space. Let people miss you a bit. Make your presence special. Instead of meeting all the time, meet now and then. And when you do, make sure you leave a strong impression. One they won't forget. Controlling your presence is real power. Don't be so far that people forget you, but don't be so close that they lose respect. Rule 5. Pay attention to your appearance. People judge you by how you look. So, always look your best. Wear clean, neat clothes. Speak confidently, and watch your body language. When you look powerful, people feel powerful around you. Being capable isn't enough. Your presentation matters just as much. Think of yourself like a brand, strong, confident, and stylish. Law number 6. Attract attention in every situation, whether positive or negative. In this world, what is seen sells. If people don't notice you, no matter how talented you are, it won't matter. Therefore, it is important to attract attention. By remaining silent, you become invisible. You go, and the world forgets you. But if you do something different, Be bold, be a little unpredictable, then people start noticing you. It is not necessary that you get praise every time. Sometimes you will get criticism, but you will get attention. And where there is attention, there is power. Make yourself a mystery. Make yourself so personal that people cannot take their eyes off you. Don't be average and boring. Either shine or shock. Do it, but always be in the public eye. Law number 7. Get others to work for you, but take the credit yourself. If you do everything yourself, you will get tired and get only limited results. Real power comes when you get work done by others and take the credit for it. The wisdom lies in using people's skills, their ideas, and their time as if they are your own resource. Many times people work hard, but someone else gets the credit for it. This is the power game that people use, relying on the strength of others.
Only those who know how to use it can move ahead. Save your energy and use the energy of others for your purpose. But do all this smartly and peacefully, so the other person does not feel that they are being used. This is real mastery. Law number 8, influence through action, not words. Many individuals engage in excessive talk. They make promises and present grand visions. But true impact is only created through action. Words may offer a temporary impression, but meaningful and lasting influence stems from what one does. When someone speaks constantly but fails to act, they gradually lose credibility. Conversely, when you remain composed and accomplish something substantial, your achievements define your identity. Therefore, speak less and act more. When outcomes are delivered without declaration, your reputation and authority both grow in the eyes of others. The resonance of action far outweighs that of words. Power is held by those who shift outcomes silently, causing others to pause and reflect. This individual was far more capable than expected. Brain law number 9. Master the minds of others to win. The ability to discern what others are thinking is an invaluable advantage. Power is not derived solely from strength. It is also a matter of intellect and psychological strategy. When you can understand another person's mindset, their needs, fears, and approach, you can often anticipate their next move. This awareness keeps you 2 steps ahead. Once you are able to comprehend how others think, you gain the capacity to influence, guide, and, when necessary, control their behavior. This is a trait shared by all truly powerful individuals. Human nature follows patterns. Never engage with someone strategically unless you understand them. Observe, listen carefully, and then act decisively. When you learn to interpret the thoughts of others, power begins to follow naturally. Law number 10. Do not place blind trust in anyone. Exercise caution, even with those you consider friends, and recognize the potential value of your adversaries. We often assume friends will remain loyal, yet paradoxically, it is sometimes they who betray us the most. Why? Because they are familiar with your vulnerabilities and may harbor envy beneath the surface. Excessive closeness can introduce risk. However, when you give an enemy an opportunity, they may exert greater effort to earn your confidence, because they must redeem their reputation. In the pursuit of power, logic must always prevail over emotion. Relationships should be governed by reason, not sentiment. To trust someone blindly is unwise. Evaluate a person's behavior first, and then determine the level of proximity that is appropriate. Be strategic in choosing those you allow into your inner circle. Law number 11. Make others dependent on you. To maintain control, ensure others do not perceive life as complete without your presence. Create a sense of reliance, whether on your skills, your network, or your strategic thinking. As long as they feel they require your input, you maintain leverage. If you offer everything you know and allow complete independence, they may, in time, surpass you or choose to leave entirely. Therefore, always retain a portion of your knowledge and capability. Do not reveal or give away all that you possess. Maintain just enough distance and exclusivity so they are continually drawn back to you. Position yourself as essential so that in your absence they feel something is missing. Law number 12. Completely destroy your enemy. It is dangerous to leave a task unfinished. If you defeat an enemy, do not leave the job half done. An incomplete defeat allows your enemy to recover, regain strength, and potentially harm you again. A partial victory can be even more dangerous because the opponent remains motivated to seek revenge. If you truly desire peace, You must defeat your enemy entirely. Destroy them not only in terms of physical power, but also mentally and socially. Render them so weak that they can never rise again. This action must be carried out thoughtfully. Excessive cruelty may damage your reputation. However, in serious matters, showing mercy invites your own defeat. Leaving an enemy partially defeated is equivalent to leaving danger within your own grasp. Law number 13, make people dependent on you to maintain control. To ensure that people never leave your side, make them feel that you are essential to their success. Engage with their needs until they believe their goals, projects, or future depend on your involvement. As long as this dependency remains, they will stay connected to you, and this dependency is your true source of power. However, if you grant someone complete freedom and teach them everything, they may eventually move on or forget you. Therefore, always maintain your indispensability. Ensure they feel that without you, they cannot accomplish their tasks, whether emotionally or practically. Build this dependence carefully, then assert your control. Only by doing so will people continue to seek you out repeatedly. Law number 14, use enemies instead of friends. Work with more honesty. We often assume that friends are the best allies, but in many cases, emotions interfere in friendships and weaken strategic judgment. Friends may begin to feel entitled, and their focus can shift from the mission to their own interests. Enemies, however, are different. When you involve a former enemy, they often work harder to prove themselves. They want to earn your trust and rebuild their image in your eyes. Their ambition, loyalty, and effort are often stronger because they have more to lose. This is why it's wise to ask yourself, how can you benefit from your old enemies? Not every relationship needs to come from the heart. Relationships formed through strategic thinking can be far more powerful. Turning an enemy into a friend is a sign of intelligence. It is the mark of a mastermind. Law number 15. Destroy your enemies completely. Half measures are dangerous. In the world of power, incomplete action creates risk. If you've identified someone as an enemy and have entered into conflict, do not retreat halfway. If you respond weakly or fail to prepare fully, you may unintentionally give them the opportunity to rise again, this time stronger and more prepared. So when you fight, make sure your actions leave no room for retaliation. Whether it's their reputation, influence, or resources, eliminate their ability to recover. But do it smartly and discreetly. True power is subtle. There is no need for open warfare. Use strategy. Be calculated. An unfinished conflict can turn into a future threat. Either avoid the fight completely, or if you must fight, finish it with precision. That is the sign of real power. Law number 16. People, when you're always available, people stop valuing your presence. If you are constantly around, your importance starts to fade. Powerful people are not always accessible. They maintain distance, and that distance creates intrigue. When you disappear from time to time, people begin to think about you, miss you, and recognize your value. Limiting your presence builds anticipation. It strengthens your image in the minds of others. Too much presence leads to familiarity, and familiarity reduces respect. So don't make yourself available everywhere. Be selective. Be rare. Be powerful. Law number 17. Create drama and thrill in the environment. Avoid predictability. When people can predict your every move, you lose your impact. Predictability is the enemy of power. To remain influential, you must create mystery. Add a touch of drama, a little unpredictability. Keep people wondering what you'll do next. This suspense builds your presence. It keeps others on alert and draws their attention. When people are curious about you, they respect you more. Being too simple, too predictable, can make you seem weak. Instead, be unique. Keep some things hidden. Never reveal everything about yourself. Curiosity gives you an edge. Suspense is your advantage. Don't just be known, be remembered. Law 18. Don't isolate yourself. It makes you weak. Many people think that once they get power, they don't need anyone else. But that's a big mistake. When you isolate yourself, you cut off important support and miss out on what's really happening around you. You won't know what people think of you or what they might be planning. It's okay to be alone sometimes, but completely cutting yourself off is dangerous. Your real strength comes from your network, your connections, and knowing what's going on in the real world. So build alliances, stay connected, but always keep control of your relationships. Don't run away from the crowd. Learn to lead it. That's true power. Law 19. Choose your friends wisely. The wrong ones can destroy you. Be careful who you call a friend. The wrong people can drag you down. Some may seem nice on the outside, but inside they are full of fear, jealousy, or negativity. These people can mess with your mood, cloud your judgment, and slow your progress. To be powerful, you don't need to connect with everyone, only with the right people. Stay away from those who constantly bring drama, are emotionally unstable, or always seem to be in trouble. Their problems will eventually become yours too. No matter how long you've known someone, if they bring trouble, keeping them close is like shooting yourself in the foot. Law number 20, don't be too honest. Don't show yourself as being too honest. You don't need to say everything. In today's world, being overly honest can actually work against you. People don't judge you by your words. They judge you by your actions, and often by the mystery you carry. If you're too open and tell everything, people might see you as weak, or they might use your honesty to take advantage of you. That's why it's smart to keep some things to yourself. The less you share, the more confident and powerful you seem. People respect you more when they feel they don't know everything about you. There's power in keeping certain things private. Not everyone needs to know everything about you. So be wise, be honest, but set boundaries. Keep something just for yourself. What only you know is your true strength. Block law number 21. Don't always be the smartest in the room. If you constantly present yourself as the fastest, smartest, and most capable person in every situation, people might start to feel threatened or annoyed. Their egos get bruised, and that can lead to quiet resentment or even sabotage. True wisdom lies in restraint. You don't have to outshine everyone all the time. Let others have their moment. Allow them to feel valued. A truly powerful person understands the psychology of those around them and adapts. You don't always have to win. Sometimes letting others believe they've won helps keep relationships smooth and egos satisfied. Real leadership means guiding people without hurting their pride. Power doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Shield law number 22. Don't take defeat personally. Sometimes stepping back is the smartest thing you can do. Whether the situation is too difficult or the opponent is too strong, temporarily surrendering isn't weakness. It's strategy. A smart retreat gives you time to plan your next move. Reacting out of anger or ego can cost you everything, but staying calm and patient gives you the upper hand. The one who stays quiet today might strike with precision tomorrow. Let others think they've won while you're planning your real move. Remember, real power is about timing, not just reaction. Brain law number 23. Get the work done without doing it all yourself. If you do all the work yourself, people might admire your work ethic, but they won't see you as powerful. Real power comes from delegation and influence. Use the skills and energy of others wisely. Let them handle the tasks while you guide, plan, and take responsibility for the outcome. Just like a king doesn't fight every battle himself, a smart leader doesn't deal with every little thing. But do this skillfully. People shouldn't feel used. They should feel empowered. And when success comes, lead with humility. Give credit where it's due, but never underestimate the value of being seen as the mastermind behind the mission. Law number 24. Carry yourself like royalty without the ego. People treat you the way you present yourself. If you carry yourself with confidence, self-respect, and quiet authority, others will respond the same way. But if you come across as unsure, scared, or insecure, they won't take you seriously. Looking powerful is half the battle. Your body language, tone of voice, and the way you make decisions should show strength, not arrogance, but a calm, grounded confidence. Set your own standards. Lead your own way. Don't rely on others for validation. When you hold yourself high, others naturally look up to you. That's the quiet power that earns respect without ever asking for it. Law number 25. Learn to reinvent yourself. Change when you need to. In this world, adaptability is your greatest strength. If you always stay the same, people will figure you out. And once they do, they'll try to control you. But if you keep evolving, reshaping your role, refreshing your image, adjusting to every new season, you'll always stay one step ahead. Real power? It's letting go of the old version of you and becoming someone new. Whether you need to be soft, strong, creative, or strategic, you should know how to shift, because the ones who stay rigid break, but the ones who stay flexible thrive. So update yourself, set your own rules, define your own image. That's how you rise and stay stronger than the rest. Law number 26. Maintain control after victory. It is important not to advance beyond what is necessary. When experiencing success, it is common to become overexcited. and this often leads to critical mistakes. Overreaching after a victory, whether through excessive display, attempting to seize additional control, or pushing too far, can ultimately undermine your position. True power is found in maintaining balance. Exercising restraint and knowing when to pause after a win demonstrates genuine mastery. At times, showing modesty while holding greater knowledge is a sign of strength. The ability to stop and thoughtfully determine your next step will serve you well in the long term. This is crucial, as errors made in the aftermath of success frequently jeopardize the entire endeavor. Therefore, proceed with caution. Remain composed. Focus unwaveringly on the ongoing process.
Law 27. Give people a common belief. Create a movement. People need a purpose they can connect with, something bigger than themselves. If you show them a strong vision, a clear mission, or a powerful dream, they will follow you. Just like great leaders build religious or ideological movements, you must create an emotional or belief-based system. When people feel like they're part of something meaningful, they don't just follow, they commit. Emotions move people more than logic ever will. Give them direction, give them symbols, build rituals they can take part in. These are the things that create emotional connection. When people believe in the system you've created, you gain power over both their actions and their loyalty. This is the real game of influence. Law 28. Enter with full confidence. Fear works against you. In this world, people read your energy. If you approach something with fear or hesitation, they'll sense it and doubt you. But if you step in with boldness, with certainty, even if you're wrong, people are still impressed. Hesitation reveals weakness. So even if you're scared inside, always appear strong and confident on the outside. Speak with conviction. Move with power. People respect those who act like they know where they're going. Power is given to those who walk boldly, not those who wait to be told. There's something magnetic about confidence, and that is what attracts followers. Law 29. Always plan ahead. Never leave things to fate. Powerful people don't move casually. They plan every step, every reaction, and every possible outcome. They don't just think about today, they think weeks, months, even years ahead. This mindset gives them clarity and control. If you don't have a strategy, you'll end up reacting. And when you're reactive, others control the game. Always have a blueprint. Have a plan A, a plan B, and a backup plan. Power belongs to those who have already played the game in their mind. Remember, luck favors the prepared. Law 30. Make it look effortless. Hide the hard work. Show only the magic. People are more impressed when things look easy. If you reveal all your stress, your struggle, your sweat, they'll say, "He worked hard." But when you make something difficult look smooth and graceful, they'll say, "He's gifted." That illusion becomes your strength. Keep your process, your pressure, and your planning behind the curtain. Let them see only the polished result, done calmly, done elegantly, done without breaking a sweat. When you do great things with ease, people don't just respect you, they admire you. Law 31. Always choose your own options. Never let others control your choices. In life, when you're faced with two options, make sure you created both. If you choose from someone else's list, they hold the power. But if you create the options, even when others think they're choosing, you're the one truly in control. The smartest people guide others without force. They shape choices so subtly that people feel free while doing exactly what was planned. Never just react to situations. Be proactive. Design the game. Choose your path, and guide others onto it. Law number 32. Play with people's imaginations and desires. Reality can feel like a burden. Most people try to escape it, and instead they lose themselves in dreams and expectations. If you can show them something that taps into their hopes, fantasies, and emotions, they'll start following you. They grow tired of hard facts and cold logic. But give them a shining dream, a little hope, a taste of magic, and they'll get lost in it. That's your opportunity. To become powerful, learn to read emotions. Show people what they want to see, not just what's real. Become a storyteller.
the kind that adds color and wonder to their world. When you sell the right illusion, they won't just listen, they'll believe. And once they believe, they'll follow. Law number 33, find their weakness and you control their actions. Everyone has a weakness, a hidden fear, a quiet desire, a secret emotion, something that sets them apart, something personal. If you're observant, if you truly listen, you can find that weakness. And once you do, you don't need to push. You just pull the right string. It doesn't have to be a major flaw. Sometimes it's something small, but powerful enough to move them. Some people crave praise. Some chase money. Some live in fear. Your job is to recognize that emotional trigger and use it. When you understand how to influence their inner world, you won't need to control them. They'll move on their own in the direction you choose. Law number 34, act like a king. So people see you that way. If you want respect, you've got to start by respecting yourself. A king stands out by how he carries himself, his gestures, his manners, and the way he talks. He never acts small, nor does he beg from anyone. If you think less of yourself, others will treat you the same way. But when you present yourself with confidence, calm, dignity, and control, people will feel your presence. You don't need an actual kingdom. Just your attitude, mindset, and self-respect should be strong enough that people don't dare take you lightly. 3. Law number 35. Wait for the right time. Never rush in life. There's a right time for everything. People who hurry all the time often end up making mistakes. A wise person makes time his weapon. He observes carefully, understands the situation, and then makes a move at the right moment. If you jump before others, you'll either wear yourself out or become the target of others. Patience is essential to master timing, and patience is strength. The person who catches the pulse of time becomes the true master of the game. Sometimes doing nothing is the smartest move. Remember, the one who can wait is the one who wins. Law number 36, ignore the trivial things. Some people or situations are just there to provoke you. If you react to every little thing, people will see how easy it is to control your emotions. One way to become powerful is to leave some things unanswered. By ignoring those who try to bring you down, you make them even smaller. When you don't respond to everything, your silence creates fear. Giving importance to every little thing weakens your power. Sometimes the biggest victory is not even letting the other person realize they've affected you. Law number 37, impress people with grandeur. The world pays attention to appearances. The truth is often boring, but a great presentation grabs people's attention. If you want people to listen to what you have to say, give them a spectacular scene, something that stays in their minds. Kings and maharajas were masters of this art. Big costumes, luxurious palaces, golden swords. All of these were ways to show power. Even today, if you associate yourself with a great cause or mission, people will start following you. Everyone wants a story. Heroes want to be part of one. Grandeur is necessary to make an impact. Law number 38, don't do what everyone else does. You'll never stand out by blending in with the crowd. If you think like everyone else and do what everyone else does, your identity will disappear. To become powerful, it's important to have your own way of thinking. That doesn't mean you always have to think opposite to others, but never lose your individuality. If you try to please everyone, you end up belonging to no one. Sometimes make yourself a little mysterious. Be a little different. People will try to figure out what you're thinking and start taking you seriously. It's easy to follow the crowd, but true strength comes from standing apart. Law number 39, keep people confused. Don't reveal your intentions. The most powerful people never make their intentions clear. They keep others guessing so no one can figure out their real goals. When your plans are obvious, people try to stop you. But if your moves are hidden in fog, others get tangled up in confusion. That confusion becomes your power. Like in chess, every move is carefully planned. The same goes for life. You have to be smart. The less people understand your mind, the less control they have over you. Power hides in the mystery you create. Law number, always avoid. Free things. Things that come for free usually have the least value. What you get without working for it often comes with a catch. Whenever someone offers something free without a reason, know that something's off. This world runs on transactions. People who always look for freebies end up losing their freedom. Powerful people earn their success through hard work and money, so they don't owe anything to anyone. Remember, when you invest in yourself, you're investing in your future. As you move forward, don't fall for cheap deals. They might cost you much more in the long run. Law N41. Look different from the one who came before. If you're taking someone's place, whether it's a job or a position, you can't just be a copy of them. If you stay exactly the same, people will never see you as someone new. Every new leader has to prove they're different and better. If you don't create your own identity, people will only judge you by comparing you to the person before you. You need to show direction and impress people with your ideas and style. Remember, copycats always fall behind. Only those who think differently make history. Step out of the shadow of the person who came before you, or you'll never shine. Law number 42. Control movements like flowing water. When a big movement starts, whether it's a mob, a revolution, anger, or public sentiment, it carries a lot of power. If you just watch and do nothing, it will sweep you away too. But if you lead that movement wisely, that same power will work in your favor. All the successful leaders in history have learned to control powerful movements. Whether it's religion, politics, or society, there's always someone behind every major change. You don't want to be just swept along. You have to be the mastermind who decides the direction of the flow. The one who understands the wave becomes its king. Law number 43. Win hearts, not just fear. Connect with people through your heart, not through force. True power doesn't come only from fear or command. If people follow you only because they're afraid, they'll leave you as soon as that fear disappears. But if you win their hearts, if you connect emotionally, they'll go to great lengths for you. Emotions create a deep and lasting impact. A great leader builds trust and affection. When people feel that you truly care about their well-being, they become loyal. Loyalty can't be forced. It comes from the heart. Remember, the one who rules hearts is the one with real power. Law number 44. Disarm your enemy. Be their mirror. If someone is troubling you, don't confront them head-on. Instead, trap them using their own patterns. Most people are predictable. They repeat the same tricks, habits, and reactions. To defeat them, mirror their behavior. Copy their tone, their movements, even their style. When they see themselves reflected in you, it unsettles them. Their ego gets shaken. They become emotional and angry. And that's when they lose control. The real victory is when your opponent falls into their own trap. And this law teaches you exactly that art. Law number 45. Embrace change, but introduce it. Slowly, change is necessary, but people fear sudden changes. If you move too fast, they'll resist you. That's why wise leaders bring change slowly and with strategy. Respect parts of the old system so people feel safe. If they think you're turning everything upside down, they'll push back. Keep familiar elements in place while gradually bringing in the new. The goal is for people to feel that change is needed and that they're part of it. The art of change is subtle, and those who master it are the ones who last. Law number 46. Don't show perfect mastery. If you appear perfect all the time, people will begin to envy you. It's human nature to feel insecure in the shadow of someone who seems flawless. This can create resentment, even opposition. A little imperfection makes you more relatable. You don't have to hide your strengths, just don't flaunt them constantly. Sometimes even small mistakes, real or intentional, can build connection. True strength lies not in being the best at everything, but in knowing when and how much to show. Those who shine too brightly attract unwanted attention. Red circle law number 47. Know your limits after victory. Victory is dangerous. After winning, many people become overconfident, lose balance, and ruin their own success. That's why wisdom means pausing after a win. Reflect, reset, plan calmly. Every victory should be followed by restraint. People who always want more often turn success into failure. True control is knowing when to stop. Lasting victory isn't about winning once. It's about staying wise after the win. Law number 48, be shapeless like water. Be shapeless like water. If you stay stuck in one fixed form, people will understand you and start preparing against you. But if you keep changing, sometimes calm, sometimes fast, sometimes strong, sometimes gentle, then no one will be able to catch you. Be like water. It adapts to the shape of its container. That's its greatest strength. Flexibility is a strength. It belongs to the one who can adapt to circumstances. Only those who know how to change themselves truly endure. Rigid thinking, strict rules, and a harsh attitude, these can break you. But if you keep flowing, keep molding, then no one can defeat you. True strength lies in not letting yourself be tied down. Not by people, not by the system. These were the 48 laws of power. Every lesson is like a flame, a mirror that helps you see yourself and the world in a new light. The goal of this book isn't to make you clever, it's to make you wise. Remember, power is neither good nor bad. It's just a tool. How you use it is up to you. If you enjoyed this journey, please like the video and let me know in the comments which law felt the most real to you. For more insights like this, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next book, the next story, and the next understanding. Be smart and play smart.